This is undisputed. This is Fox attitude. Welcome.
We're going to do something great here. Fox believed in us, we believe in each other, and everybody behind the scenes. We're going to make this thing go. And we do what we do, I am undisputed.
How did we get from this?
You want to cook with grease?
Cook with it, and guess what, Skip? We're going to pour it in a can and set it right on the stove when we done with it.
Hey, I need
They gonna do it.
I
They
need
gonna-
some intimacy.
To this.
What is beneath your
You would
dignity?
disrespect me to support him.
No, well, I'll support him over anybody because he's the greatest player who ever
Have
played
at
your
it.
game. I'll let you talk first. What are you talking
It's
about?
not about talking first. Skip, you
Kevin
can't take
Durant.
15 minutes, damn.
Kevin Durant.
From this.
You know, right now, even the rim can guard LeBron James.
Whatever.
The rim can guard him. Could we see that last night? I just got to see it. I just.
To this.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute.
No.
Hold on.
I'm not going to hold it.
You're going to sit here and tell me I'm a hater. I'm jealous of Tom Brady.
Yeah, I
and
think you
because
are.
you comfortable with Tim Tebow, I don't care.
It will all make sense by the end of the video. Now, Skip Bayless has been the godfather of the sports debate television. Skip, alongside with his former partner Stephen A. Smith from ESPN, played a key role in developing a new category and dynamic to sports coverage with the successful sports debate show ESPN First Take. Over the years, we've seen sports media grow into coverage beyond just telling the story of the game or box score. It turned into an entertainment spectacle for sports fans everywhere. There is no questioning what Skip has done in the past to build up this avenue, and for nearly 15 years, Skip Bayless has been the embraced debate king of television, from his talent hires to guest selections as well. In 2016, Skip Bayless made the move from ESPN First Take to Fox Sports to start a new debate show, Undisputed, with NFL Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp. While many were surprised by the breakup between Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith, there were those who were intrigued to see how the new duo would play out on FS1. Even though Skip was the quote-unquote needle mover for the program, Shannon Sharp quickly emerged as a rising star in media and eventually a superstar in his own right. Skip and Shannon was without a doubt a successful duo, as they saw an increase of viewership every year since the show debuted in 2016, from pulling anything between 80k to 100k viewers when it first debuted, to easily reaching around 300k viewers at its peak. Both Skip and Shannon had a significant amount of growth on social media, as well as popularity outside the sports world. However, with sport debate shows, especially ones like First Take and Undisputed, they are constructed and programmed to last on television for a certain amount of time. Ultimately, the host and the co-host tend to act out of character for the sake of ratings. As viewers, we tend to sometimes forget that these television personalities have long production meetings to build a plan for each show from start to finish. Hence, the heated arguments that we see during the show are scripted for the most part. We certainly cannot be oblivious to that, but at the same time, you can tell when tension arises and things go far beyond what was supposed to be a scripted heated debate. In the case of Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, there have been debates that involved little to no acting and have sometimes reached a personal level. There have been moments where Shannon Sharp has triggered Skip Bayless. Rarely did any of these reach a personal level of disrespect. On the other hand, for Skip Bayless, that same sentiment does not hold true. He tends to cross the line and does it with a condescending tone, with little to no remorse whatsoever. Even more recently, we've seen in the past month that Shannon Sharp had just about reached his boiling points with Skip's remarks and disrespect, and this has ultimately led to an imminent separation between the two. And it's been reported by many media outlets, Shannon Sharp reached a buyout agreement with FS1 and is now set to join Stephen A. Smith on ESPN First Take. You may ask yourself now, what are these moments that triggered the breakup between Skip and Shannon? The answer is quite simple. I've got you. Here is the timeline of the tension between Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp that ultimately led to their breakup.
You gonna sit here and question a Hall of Famer with 3 Super Bowls and talk about I'm jealous of Tom Brady?
Yes, because you have to stop at 35.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
that's a whole different world.
And just because you come Tim Tebow comfortable and you love Tim Tebow and Tom Brady, so I don't care if you resent.
This is where it all started. This, in my opinion, was the first strike. Whenever Tom Brady is the topic of discussion, things tend to get heated and personal shots are often thrown at here and there. To summarize what happened here, Shannon Sharp simply agreed with Charles Woodson's statement that Tom Brady was on the decline and that the opposing teams were finally catching up to his game. Skip Bayless objected to this point by claiming that the reason Shannon Sharp and other NFL players are critical of Tom Brady is because they are jealous of him. As seen in the clip, Shannon Sharp did not take that comment lightly and he confronted Skip Bayless about it.
I'm done.
Seriously?
Because you're trying to argue cover with me.
No, I know coverage. I know what that throw was. He led him upfield, and Randall Cobb took his eyes off the ball because he was looking to run 5 more yards.
Here, Skip Bayless was trying to argue coverage with Shannon Sharp, a Hall of Famer with 3 rings, who also happens to be top 5 all-time in his position and has also dedicated the vast majority of his life playing in the NFL. Shannon Sharp was clearly not happy about Skip's comments and he pushed back on it. And I mean, how do you argue with someone with that kind of resume about coverages? You should just take pen and paper and take notes.
Like nobody in the history of basketball.
Okay, President Trump, you gonna let me talk?
Oh, stop.
Give me my time. Let me talk. And I'm gonna let you go.
Oh,
okay?
so are you going to give me the ultimate insult? Call me that guy?
You gonna talk over
Yeah,
me?
you want me to call you that guy?
If you're gonna talk over me, or you gonna let me talk?
You interrupt me all the time, but I'll let you get away with it.
Okay, I appreciate that.
This was a common theme of the show. Skip will often interrupt Shannon Sharp whenever it was his turn to present his points. And I do think Shannon Sharp was in the wrong here. But as I mentioned earlier, he was fed up with the constant interruption from Skip Bayless whenever he had the floor. There were also instances where Shannon Sharp will aggressively drop a pen on the table whenever interrupted by Skip Bayless, or a time when Skip was acting very childish.
Hey, yeah, come on, Skip. Don't do that now. You're being real petty, bro. Let me talk. Let me
haven't
talk.
said a word.
I know you're doing them. Come on. That's childish. Go ahead.
No, it's not my turn.
No, I'm not going to go. Because you're doing this, I'm trying to talk and you, go ahead. Go ahead.
Seriously?
Yep.
Okay.
I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got 3 Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than
Way
you.
better.
Skip, what did I got to see what you do? You take personal shots.
Now, this was the moment that even people that thought this was all an act started to see the serious tension and friction between the two. Skip Bayless openly disrespected Shannon Sharp live on national television, and as you can see by Shannon Sharp's reaction, he did not take that lightly one bit.
Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
I've been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because nobody here had a problem with that tweet.
No. Clearly, the bosses wanted you to offer explanations. So clearly, somebody.
No, they did not have. Nobody.
Let's go, Jen.
What happened here was that Shannon Sharp had reportedly refused to show up to work after Skip Bayless posted a tweet which received major criticism for responding to Damar Hamlin's collapse and hospitalization. When Shannon Sharp showed up to work the next day, all hell broke. This was the final nail on the coffin. Skip stood by what he tweeted the day before and refused to apologize for his controversial tweet. This was the point where Shannon Sharpe basically washed his hands and was done with Skip Bayless. Just when it appeared that Skip and Shannon Sharpe had resolved whatever issues they've had, Shannon Sharpe reportedly reached a buyout with FS1 and will eventually be joining Stephen A. Smith on ESPN First Take, ending a 7-year run of arguably the most successful sports debate show on national television. With Shannon Sharpe leaving, it has now been reported that Richard Sherman will be the new co-host to Skip Bayless. Personally, though I think Shannon Sharpe is irreplaceable, I do like the Richard Sherman replacement as they both have history in the past. I'm also intrigued to see how these two will perform together, and hopefully they will smash it and be just as successful as the show was with Shannon Sharpe on it. Anyways guys, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I completely appreciate all 6,000 of you guys. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.